Alright guys, so here we have XENO GOTENKS. This guy is really solid, just added with the new Dragon Ball Heroes units. Another one of these extra options for the Fusion category team, which I think is big. He's on Kamehameha, Dragon Ball Heroes, Hybrid Saiyans. You know, a lot of different teams this XENO GOTENKS is on. So I do like this unit being added. I think units like this being added, these Dragon Ball Heroes Fusion units, are pretty important, man, because, you know, the Fusion, Potara categories, stuff like that, they're not as packed as I would like. You know, you have the ridiculous top level like Gogeta and Vegito units on the two categories, but, you know, there's not a lot of like mid-level options on those teams, right? Compared to, you know, look at something like Pure Saiyan or Time Traveler or the Goku family, right? So, like, I'm glad to get options like this. Again, I've been very pleased with how Dokkan has been releasing units of late, so that's really good. We rainbowed this GOTENKS. Now let's go ahead and go test him out. Alright guys, so it's only been a few weeks since I rainbowed this XENO GOTENKS, but I wanted to get this rainbow showcase for him done because looks like, you know, the Fusion category is going to get some big buffs for the 5-year anniversary. I might want to use this guy, you know, you never know. So I'm going to rainbow, you know, do videos on some units that might end up useful with like the Gogeta and Vegetos that are coming for the 5-year anniversary, right? So we're on the Fusion / movie hero team right here. So, of course, we have Gohanks and then XENO GOTENKS sort of together right here. Both of them will work pretty fine together. Remember that basically the way they work is that they get the guaranteed super attack. For Gohanks, it's if the enemy has their attack lowered, which XENO GOTENKS does. And then for XENO GOTENKS, he does the second super attack if the enemy is sealed, which, you know, Gohanks does. So, the two of them work very well together. As we can see, we get the double super attack because we had Gohanks in slot 1. The damage the two of them is doing is not the greatest, but it's one of those things where they do build up over time, right? Like, you know, as they're doing more super attacks, you know, their attack is building up. And then, of course, when we consider the fact that, you know, they are going to do, you know, guaranteed additional supers pretty easily, right? You know, XENO GOTENKS gets that second super attack if the enemy's sealed. Probably a little bit easier for Gohanks. All he needs is the enemy's attack lowered, right? Okay, so I did bring this SCR EZA GOTENKS right here, you know, to just kind of, you know, just in case, you know, just bringing him along. You know, if we get multiple enemies on a rotation, he is capable of being a pretty solid support type unit, you know, so sometimes I like rocking him for certain stages. There is, of course, also the physical Super Saiyan GOTENKS with his EZA. Like, again, those two EZA units I think will be very big to see on the Buu Arc Saga team. You know, when that finally gets its, you know, revamped, buffed, and improved leader. And it's also going to be really nice for the Fusion team right here. Again, after this 5-year anniversary, I think it's probably likely that the Fusion team... I think the Fusion stage, no item in Super Battle Road, is already possible. I do think it is actually possible to do. You know, you just need really good luck. But definitely after the 5-year anniversary Gogeta comes out, I think it'll probably be easy enough to where it's actually going to be feasible without, like, just having, like, a perfect run, right? That's why I have not really made too many attempts at it as of now. It's because I'm not really interested in resetting 500 times like I did for the Realm of God stage, right? So, okay, after 2 super attacks, GOTENKS is at 86k defense right there. So he could get another 40% defense from 2 super attacks. So his defense is a good number. See, the thing about both Gohanks, XENO GOTENKS, and Vegex is that they're all good. You know, these fusions for the Super Dragon Ball Heroes banner, they're good, but they need an awakening first. Like once they get there, oh, wow, okay. Obviously, that's really bad. Not a great showing for our boys XENO GOTENKS right there. But they're not bad. It's just that they need awakenings, right? The awakenings are really powerful, especially for these heroes units. We should be good unless we get supered another 2 times, though. Like, you know, again, we have these... our health really isn't even that crazy. GOTENKS, I mean, you know, he could have defended a bit better there, I guess, but... I don't know. That's sometimes this Metal Cooler stage can just catch you, right? Like if you decide to get super attacked by, you know, 3+ enemies, it's usually difficult to really just walk through it sort of unscathed, right? So that does just occasionally happen, right? So let me go ahead and pop a Dende right here. Look at this, actually having to use an item, crazy. Okay, so for this turn right here, we actually are going to have this SCR Gotenks with that extra ability of his. So we're going to be able to see him do, he's giving 40% attack and defense. I believe it's to all allies, too. It's not just fusion. His buff is to all allies. So between Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 and then Gotenks, yeah, they're at 1 million right there. Between the two of them, the defense for this rotation is super, super high. Just one of the interesting little combos you could sort of rock on this movie hero/fusion team. The movie hero team is really good and obviously really set up well. The fusion team, though, does need those buffs. I'm very excited to see this anniversary unit come out. This, LR Blue Gogeta is what we presume. It's going to be very, very interesting because his power is needed. Hopefully, I mean, there's no way he's going to be Super Saiyan, but hopefully he's either a Goku and Vegeta card, or he's blue at the start of it, which would be really good. I'd be okay if he was base form as well, because that would replace the base form Gogeta, but the base form Gogeta is only solid. I wouldn't say he's exceptional or anything like that. And XENO GOTENKS, 55k defense right there. Oh, he does. No, he gets it at the start of turn. Yeah, he does. So that's all of his defense right there? Okay. It's just, his defense seems a little low. What is his defensive stat? 10,000? I just feel like it's very, very low. Okay. And we're going to take a really high amount of damage right here. Because, yeah, Gotenks has done all of his super attacks. So his attack and defense are all the way built up. Not having one of them support type options, I guess, really, really does hurt him. But at least he lowers attack. That's also helpful. All right, now we're on the Kamehameha team. I do like occasionally doing videos on this team recently. Getting the Super Saiyan 2 Gokus added to this is definitely a very nice boon for this team. Because, we have, like, a wide array of links for a lot of these different characters, right? And, having, like, a big-time support type unit like the Super Saiyan 2 Gokus helps. And I think he lowers attack right here. That's annoying. Yeah, he does. Now, this Gotenks in particular is actually a shocking speed unit. The Gohan is a shocking speed unit, and then, of course, Blue Cow Goku. I really do like bringing him on this team in particular, too, because, again, your links are sort of going to be all over the place, and Blue Cow Goku, he's going to hit, like, every single marker there. Okay, so we got the full AGL rotation right here going up against the Tech 17. Not really a big deal, though. AGL LR Gohan is usually a little bit too defensive for Dokkan events. I mean, this is going to hurt him right here, but probably not too much. Yeah, that's barely nothing right there. Oh, that's my Rainbow LR Gohan. Whew, yeah, he's nice. Typically, if we're in, like, Super Battle Road or something like that, right, LR Gohan is going to need to get, like, some super attacks off or multiple turns off, so you can build that little bit of extra defense. But he is definitely very, very good, that LR Gohan. I just wish... I just remain just so disappointed that he's not the best unit in the game. That's all. That's all. Because to me, like, everything was set up for him to just be, like, the greatest thing in Dokkan history, and they just didn't give it to us. It's just... I will forever be hurt. I will forever be scarred by that. The fact that they just decided, nah. We're just going to make him, really great. We're going to make him, like, super mega good or great. Not, like, literally the best thing ever in Dokkan, which is, I mean, like, if we could do that active skill, like, every fight, like, if every fight you use Gohan, you're able to get the active skill, I mean, it's just a completely different scenario with that guy, like, but, I mean, even his Super Saiyan 2 form, I don't, like, even if you had his Super Saiyan 2 form from turn 1, I don't like him better probably than Gohan and Goten or Kale and Caulifla, so, it is what it is. At least the 5-year anniversary units, I would be stunned. I mean, this video is probably going to go up after we know what they are, so, this could become horribly outdated, but I do believe chances are incredibly good, that we are going to see the best units in the game with the 5-year anniversary LRs. I mean, if they didn't make them better than Gohan and Goten and Kale and Caulifla, I would be really surprised. Actually, I'm probably going to cut here because we have mostly a beam team, so we're just going to be stuck against this Android 17 for a little while. Because, like, then, like, go... Well, okay. Actually, wait. That's right. This 17 does not regen when we super attack him, though, like Super 17 does, right? That allows Super 17 to just kind of, like, really stall you out for a long time, depending upon your team build. But this 17 just blocks the beam attacks, right? And then, of course, I'm going to have to pretty much rely on LR Gohan getting these. But, okay, so we'll get another turn, another super attack by Gotenks. like, we're seeing the numbers he's at, like, typically on, like, a normal team, you know, he's going to be somewhere basically around the 1 million range. You know, he's good. He's not great, but he's good. And, you know, that's just a little bit disappointing. Well, it's not that it's disappointing, it's just this Gotenks is going to be super freaking good when he gets his Awakening, but, you know, who knows when he gets his Awakening, right? Because, like, we look at some of the heroes cards, like, you know, Dark Mask King, Black Mask Saiyan, Mira, and the Awakened version of Demigra, like the Demon Demigra. Like, you know, once they get Dokkan Awakenings, they're all going to be crazy, but they've been out for over a year now without Dokkan Awakening. So this Gotenks could be at this level for a while. It's still good that we got another fusion unit, but, you know, we need these Awakenings to come with these heroes units as well. Because you look at how good, I think, the Cumber, Fu, and then Golden Cooler are, you know, because they came out their Awakenings simultaneously when they released. I think they got to do that a little bit more often, you know. Like, releasing these heroes units without Awakenings, kind of mid. A little bit mid, but, okay, let's go ahead and go on to the Hybrid Saiyan team / Master and Student Bond team. Alright guys, so here we are on the Hybrid Saiyan / Master and Student category right here. This is where we're going to be able to get a very, very good attack stat for our boy Gotenks. Of course, we are going to use the 50% support Pan. You know, for Super AGL units, she is, like, pretty much a necessity. Especially for this Gotenks, who does not have things like Super Saiyan and Fierce Battle. That's usually the one area where, like, the 50% support type units could be beat, right? Is if a unit has, like, a lot of links like that. But because Gotenks doesn't awaken, he doesn't have Fierce Battle, and again, he's not a Super Saiyan, then, you know, the two Pans are giving him Innocence. I don't think either of them have Saiyan Warrior Race. Let me double check that. I mean, I don't think the Pans have Saiyan Warrior. Maybe they do. No. Neither Pan has Saiyan Warrior Race. Okay. We only got one super attack right there. My Pan has full additional, so she could double super attack, which would give a higher buff. 2.36. I mean, it's actually a little bit higher than I was expecting to get. But again, you know, the 50% buff from that super AGL Pan right there is huge. Then, you know, Gotenks was getting Innocence active, and he did not have Kamehameha or Saiyan Warrior Race active, but I think the two Pans definitely are the biggest buff that our boy Gotenks could receive. So let's go ahead and take a look at Gotenks' details. Alright, so this is Brave Fusion Fighter Gotenks XENO. His leader skill is Super AGL types 3 key and 70% of stats. Not a great leader skill right there. After he awakens, it could be interesting, but for now, I mean, you could use it for Dokkan Battlefield, but that's probably about it. His super attack is the Super Burning Kamehameha, which does supreme damage and lowers attack and defense. The lowering attack aspect, of course, very useful there. His passive skill, the Power of Goten and Trunks, gives him 70% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets an additional 20% attack and defense with every super attack performed up to a max of 80%. So after 4 super attacks, he gets that max buff. Then he launches an additional super attack if the enemy is sealed. So him and Gohanks are kind of meant to be used together, right? His links are Saiyan Warrior Race, the Saiyan Lineage, the Innocence, Shocking Speed, Fuse Fighter, and Kamehameha. 12 key multiplier is 130%, which is very, very low. After awakening, that obviously could get a lot better right there. And then finally, our boy is on a couple of different category teams here. So he is on the Fusion team, which does badly need buffs. I mean, in 2019, look at this. They got this free-to-play Gotenks, free-to-play Gogeta, free-to-play Gotenks, free-to-play Gotenks, and then these two Dragon Ball Heroes new fusions. So 2019 was, like, completely dead for the Fusion team. So I expect a huge bang with the 5-year anniversary. Then he's also on the Hybrid Saiyan team, which is maybe the single team that got the buff the most in 2019, if we combine their leader skill as well. Either that or probably the Goku family category, which I guess was created in 2019. Then the Kamehameha team, which of course is a lot better with some of the recent EZAs and stuff like that. Helped that team out quite a bit. Then he's also on the Time Traveler team, one of the largest categories in the game with a lot of good units, a lot of good support type units, so you could run this any way you want. I would like a new leader for this team. If there was a leader like, you know, this in future Gohan or Cooler, it would be insane. And then finally, he is on the Dragon Ball Heroes category, which we don't really get to run too often because Fu is pretty hard to find, but in the future, when this gets an LR or a Dokkan Fest, it could be very, very interesting. So there was our boy XENO Gotenks. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.